The Vancouver Canucks are ranked 26th among NHL teams in our annual Core 4 team rankings. Let's start with Tom Willander, their top-rated prospect, Craig. Canucks fans are getting to see him at the NHL level. What type of player is he now, and what do you think he can become at this level?
Well, I think that he's an excellent two-way defenseman. And once he gets his offensive confidence going, I think you'll see more of that confidence. He's a competitor defensively. He's territorial. He wants to be in your space. He wants to make life hard for you. And when he gets comfortable and knows what he can do defensively, I think that's when you'll start to see the offense come from him. I think eventually he can become a player like Charlie McAvoy. Listen, Charlie McAvoy's outstanding. I'm not saying he will be Charlie McAvoy, but when you watch Charlie McAvoy play, you see somebody that's got a presence on the ice. And Charlie's never going to be a big offensive guy, but he's going to be an important player. And I think the same thing about Tom Willander.
What about Braden Coots? He's just 18 years old. The Canucks drafted him 15th overall back in June. How does he project at the NHL level?
I think he'll be an excellent second-line center and somebody that can contribute offensively, can contribute defensively. You know, you talk about hockey IQ. Braden has that in abundance. It's so good. It's so strong. And you can put him in any situation, and he knows not only how to take advantage, but to get your team on the right side of it. And he just needs a little bit of time to mature. You watch what he's done in Seattle in the Western Hockey League for 2 seasons. It has been really steady improvement, real steady progress. He was the captain of Team Canada at the U-18 when they won gold. There's no question in my mind that for the Vancouver Canucks to have this type of center that can, in my view, play 15, 18, 20 years in the National Hockey League and contribute in so many different ways, that's a big win when you're looking to draft players. And there's always going to be uncertainty, but I don't think there's any with Braden Coots. I think he's a sure bet to be a long-time, really, really solid NHL player.
When you got a young kid like this who's been a leader at the levels come up to this point, do you handle him any differently? Are your expectations any bigger of him in the dressing room in terms of what you can teach him about leadership as well as ability on the ice?
Gino, you've been around a lot of great leaders in the game, and we observe and we watch them. Nobody has to tell a leader how to lead. You know, I always start with this premise. You can't be a leader of others until you're a great leader of yourself. And Braden is a great leader of himself. And you've seen that with great leaders. And I think that, you know, you can be influenced by other people, but Braden is an excellent leader. And I think the most important thing you got to be comfortable in your own skin, in your own setting. Here's who I am. Here's who I'm going to be. I'm not going to try to be anything that I'm not. We use the word authentic. And I think that Braden is fully authentic. And that's what leaders need to be. They also need to care. And when I say care about each other, care about their teammates. But when the game's on the line and it matters and you need to have a play, whether it be winning a faceoff or blocking a shot or making a play to score a goal or scoring the goal, you got to care about wanting to do that. Braden Coots is that player. And Gino, you've seen it from great leaders over many, many years. They all have those attributes in their leadership bundle, I'll say.
And then what we see is the coaches put those guys out at important times because they trust them.
Yeah.
Check TSN.ca and TSN's YouTube page all week for extensive coverage of this year's Core 4 Under 24 project.